Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Steve Rannazzisi's here from the league. You got any stand-up coming up?
I'm doing Levity Live this weekend.
Great,
in
great club.
Nyack. It's great.
Have you done that club?
Yeah, a couple times.
Great club, Mazzilli.
Yep.
Good place to do some stand-up. And
So going there this weekend.
awesome. Now, how often are you out on the road?
Probably about twice a month. You know, sometimes it ends up being like 3 weeks in a row and then 2 weeks off. But yeah, weekends, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday.
How many episodes of the league do you do in a season?
13.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And we shoot
great.
it July, August, September, October. And then we're done.
That's nice. Where do you shoot it?
Los Angeles.
I mean, do you shoot it like
not
in a
on a
particular
studio. No,
we're
we shoot on location.
Oh, wow.
But I mean, we use the same house. We've used the same house the last 4 years
In
from
what
my
part
house.
of town?
It's in Encino,
Oh, okay.
so it's close to where I live.
Yeah,
which is
everything's
great.
on the other side.
And then
Great.
downtown from a lot of the other stuff. So, but you know, it's we shoot in a really big. It's supposed to take place in Chicago, and people think that we go because we use Gibson's, the famous steakhouse in Chicago. We use their banner. So people go to Gibson's expecting to see the bar that's on the show, and we shoot this horrific hellhole downtown in Los Angeles. So it's like
People
horrible.
really are stupid.
One time, our guys were scouting a location, and they looked up, and there was a bum urinating, dumping his urine on, and it was like hitting them. They were like, "Where are we?
We want to see the league."
Yeah.
And it's urine. Well, no, it's. Do you think people are stupid, or are they just? I guess you would expect if you know we wouldn't lie to them on TV, but we're lying to them.
My dad, I remember when he showed up the first time ever on set. I remember him knocking on the wall. He was like knocking the wall, like, "Noel, there's beams over here. They got real beams on this." Like he was like, he thought they constructed it like a real house, and then like they would turn the room around, they would be moving lights and stuff, and I see my dad moving lights, and I'm like, "Dad, what are you doing? Just sit down." He goes, "If we all chip in, everybody get out of here a little early." You know, like, people appreciate things like that. If we all chip in.
That's a little bit of Long Island going out to Hollywood.
That's what he thought. He stole Sandler's golf cart. I did this show called Big Day on ABC, and our lot we were on the Sony lot, and it was right across from Happy Madison. So I'd see Sandler out there all the time. Right. And he had this Cadillac golf cart. So my dad rolls up to set with my mom. They're in my trailer. I go to shoot a scene. I come back. I go, "Mom, where's Dad? He's gone. Where did Dad go?" He went outside for a walk. I go, "This is not a place for him to be walking around." He walked right over because he loves caddies. Right, just bam, start. Everyone's got their keys in there. Yeah. Gone.
You're
takes it, driving around the lot. I go out, I'm looking for Sandler comes out with his dog when he had one of his bulldogs or whatever. Yeah. He's looking. I'm like, I don't really know you, but. I was like, my dad has taken your. I know that, and like 5 minutes later he came back, and Sandler was great. Took a picture with him.
Oh,
the whole thing. He thought it was funny.
You know, I worked for 2 years on the Warner Brothers lot, doing the show,
the Norm show,
Norm Macdonald. Okay, so that was the greatest lot to work on because it's old time Hollywood and big time stuff was getting shot there. We were by far like the least successful. The show was. We were on stage 12, and all around us, within 20 feet,
Will and Grace, Friends.
Yeah. Will and Grace, ER, The West Wing, The Drew Carey Show. They were shooting The Perfect Storm at the time, the movie in the big stage 16. And Clint Eastwood was editing a film that he had just done. And because he has his deal at Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So I had my own, if you're a regular on a sitcom, you get your own spot on the lot.
Yep.
10 feet from the stage. It's amazing treatment you get. So I had a Cadillac, a black Eldorado with Jersey plates. I was such a gindaloon. Had it shipped from Jersey.
Of course you did.
When I first started making money, I had a Caddy Eldorado, and it's sitting there, and Clint Eastwood on a golf cart would drive by it every day. And every day he took the corner a little tighter to where he almost hit my car. And me and Norm would be throwing the football around, like killing time in between takes or whatever. And I said, what if he hits my car? He would come like this close to my car. And I go, he would have to like deal with me.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood would have to like trade insurance or something. Like I'd have to go, "Hey, Clint, listen. I mean, I'm a big fan.
Is it Geico or is it State Farm? What are we talking about?
I'm a big fan,
here?
but we got to talk about
this dent's not going to go away."
I prayed for him to hit my car just so I could talk to him. He never hit it.
That sucks. Yeah,
those close to it.
Those lots are crazy.
It really is the odd situation you see.
And you feel like the least famous person around when you see everyone that's like at that level.
It really does.
I used to steal craft services because I worked on a single camera show, so they didn't give you lunch. You got a lunch break and then you went out. But I would go down to the stages where they were shooting the Brad Garrett show, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I would go in there and I would just look around and I would just start hammering off their craft.
Right.
They had those 4-camera shows had the greatest craft service.
And if you had enough confidence, you could wander in.
And you just, because you had makeup on, I looked like people, and people, and I just would start making a plate and bring it back to my trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I going to the commissary
Why
for?
not?
They got
Exactly.
chicken for days over here.
And you could see like big celebrities. You got like Kevin Nealon did a guest spot on our show. It's such a funny guy, and a lot of people knew his face from Saturday Night Live. So he said, "Hey, let's go over to ER and just walk around."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What do you mean? Let's walk around." So we walk in the stage. They're shooting, and we see Juliana Margulies. And he walks up to her and goes, "Hey, Juliana, Kevin." Oh, hey, Kevin. He goes, "Yeah, this is Artie. You know Artie." She goes, "I don't know." "Yeah, you know Artie." And he just starts talking to her, and he's winking at me like grabbing muffins and throwing them at me. It's just, you're in show business. You're out there.
You act like you belong there.
Right.
And people don't question it because somebody's got to eat all that stuff.
The worst was the tours, though. Me and Norm would be playing football outside again, and the tours would go by, and you'd hear, "And here's where they shoot the Drew Carey show." Big applause. "Here's where they shoot the West Wing. Here's where they shoot Friends." And then they come by us and go, "And here's stage 12. And then we go,
Oh, stage 12.
Yeah, stage 12. But it's where they shot Casablanca. It's real cool stuff there.
Yeah, people, when they go on those tours, I remember they were like, what show you shooting? "Oh, it's a new show called The Big Day."
Yeah.
"Oh, I never heard of it." I'm like, yeah, because it isn't on yet, okay? That's why. It's a brand new show.
Sorry, douchebag.
Yeah.
So that was at Sandler's at Sony. You were at the Sony lot.
Yeah, we're in the Sony lot, yeah.
That's Columbia. That's the old Columbia. That's amazing.
Beautiful over there.
Yeah.
I used to do the same thing too. I could never just sit in my trailer.
I would so much stuff around.
Me and the other guy would bring a baseball glove. We'd throw a baseball around the parking
I always
lot.
had the because the old Western town, like High Noon was shot on that lot.
Yeah.
With Gary Cooper. So I'd have relatives visit or older or friends. Like, which I have my uncles in town. The amount of it comes by. Talk about a closer for broads.
Yeah.
Like if you could just somehow get a hot chick, I'd meet a stripper or something. I go, "Hey, you want to come by and shoot?" They go, "Really? You sure? What about?" I give her a pass. She come by, get on and I had carte blanche because I was on a stupid show.
That's so great.
We'd go to the Western town. I take her by friends. You see Jennifer, George Clooney playing basketball. You know how many times I got oral sex?
It's because George Clooney has a jump shot. You got blown.
Yeah, pretty much. It's me. Look at me.
Yeah.
Talk about. I can't. I've been horrible with women.
That's great.
And I'm talking about 24-year-old.
It's an aphrodisiac. They want to see that.
Yeah. I got oral sex right by the Friends lot about 5 times. With 5 different chicks. While Jennifer Aniston was shooting some stupid scene. Right now. Yeah, that's Friends.
That's great.
Yeah. I would love to talk. I would call my buddies immediately after that.
Oh,
but it's a closer, that lot. And Sony's the same thing,
Yeah, they're all very, they're prestigious, and people go on these things and they look around,
Yeah.
They don't. When they were shooting Spider-Man, when I was doing that TV show too.
Right.
So
They were shooting on the lot?
They were shooting on the Columbia lot. I would see James Franco, and I realized after a day, I was like, James Franco thinks he knows. Like, he just is. He's a nice guy, but he's like you could be like, "Hey, what's up, James?" Like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like, he knows you. Like, he thinks he's probably already met you, so he's just going to be.
He has to be polite.
So I knew that. So I would see him all the time. Like, "What's up, Franco?" He'd be like, "Hey, man." So my wife, the first time she came to the lot, she was sitting in my trailer. I'm like, "This is, huh? What about this, huh?" And Franco goes by. I'm like, "What's up, Franco?" And he's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, wow, you know James Franco. I was like, yeah.
Well, one time.
We're bros, man. This is how this thing works.
When they were shooting that Perfect Storm, though, one time I almost made a mistake because same thing. I was a chick. She was actually she was in the Playboy lingerie. I met her at a club, and I took her there, and they were shooting the Perfect Storm, and Mark Wahlberg was on a break, I guess, from shooting. So he was out walking around. He's about 20 feet from us, and she sees, "Oh, Mark Wahlberg," and clearly she wants to bang him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's a jerk off. Like I said that under my breath, but then then he's looking at us kind of mean, and I said, "Did I say that too loud? Like, what if he comes over here and beats me up? Like, what if he beats me up and the chicken and bangs the chick in front of me?"
That would be the ultimate.
But it was just so much fun, man. It was so much fun
being on those lots and stuff. Yeah, I prefer that. It's nicer. It's air conditioned and no, you don't have to wait for planes. Like, we're constantly wait. Like, there's like a Van Nuys airport right there. It's like We should put in our budget land-to-air missile launchers because I'd
Yeah.
like to take 2 of those out a year
Oh,
and save
exactly.
myself 2 or 3 days of shooting.
I've shot films where, the entire, you shoot, you talk for 20 seconds, you cut.
Yeah.
You talk for another 20 seconds, you cut. And there's
yeah.
no way around it. You shoot the movie in 20-second intervals.
It sucks.
But, listen, you got it. It's great that you're on a cool show. How long you been married?
I've been married. It'll be 8 years in September.
Oh, wow. Okay. How'd you meet your wife? Is she
College. We met in college.
Oh, so okay. So you never really got a chance to let your show business wing.
No, not really. No, and that's like when I get together with my high school buddies now, they're like, "Really? You couldn't step it up a little?
Yeah, exactly.
A little faster. We all could have been. We could be entourage right now."
I was lucky enough to break up with a chick just as I kind of quote unquote got a break. Mm-hmm. So if you're working on a lot, that is a closer, man. That's even
it would have been
even I can close, and the chicks are strippers, like stripper hot broads.
Thank God. It's best case scenario for me. I would have been.
You would have been dead.
Easily. I would have had every disease known to mankind.
Yeah, I was big
and about $11
drugs and everything else, and I made every mistake you could make, just kind of getting some sort of fame and some sort of money immediately in your mid-20s. I was 27 when I sort of got that break, whatever. And I made every mistake you could make.
Yeah.
I died technically a couple of times.
Yeah.
But so we're still here.
Did you spend a lot of money on baseball memorabilia too?
I was one of those jerk-offs who did a lot of that. Leather jackets.
When I start to see that, I'm like, okay, that's like the equivalent of rappers buying Shark Tanks and stuff. It's like when white guys go out and start buying like a Hornus Wagner card. I'm like, this guy's got too much money.
Autographed Joe DiMaggio baseball,
Perfect.
stuff like that. And I went on a leather jacket kick. I bought a green leather jacket.
Really?
A green leather jacket. Yeah.
A green leather jacket.
Yeah. It made no sense. I was on West 4th Street, right here in the village. There's a leather store, and they sell leather jackets. I saw a green leather jacket, and I took it. And I opened up for Norm Macdonald. I made the mistake of opening up for him in this green leather jacket. So after I leave the stage, he calls me back out on stage. He goes, by the way, congratulations, Fonzie, on winning the Masters.
Fonzie on winning the Masters is like the perfect joke.
It was. He looked at me for an hour with the leather jacket doing my set. He goes, by the way, congratulations, Fonzie, on winning the Masters.
Someone threw out there after Letterman announced his retirement that Norm should take over that. And I said first, I go, it'll never, ever happen, but it would be hands down the greatest thing.
Well, you're right. I agree. He's the funniest guy ever. But, you see, Colbert officially got it.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He'll be great.
He'll be great.
But Norm is, the work ethic, I don't know if it's there, but there's no one funnier. And in that situation, there'd be no one funnier. But that's what he said.
He does this great podcast with the manager of the Comedy Store, my buddy Adam out in L.A., and he's like, Adam's like, I think we're going to pitch this as a show. I'm like, it's a show. You should pitch it to FX as a show.
I'm supposed to do it next week. I'm going out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
It's fun,
episodes I've seen are hilarious.
They're great.
Yeah. We're going to take another break.
All right.
Back after.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.